Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the GDSL Grand Finals. I'm here with my amazing co-casters Thunder, Monkeygurly, and Darkwhite, and I'm Nedved, your lead cast for the evening. So we are extremely excited to present the Grand Finals tonight. It's going to be GrumpyKittens, the reigning double champions of GDSL, gunning for a hat trick of GDSL crowns versus their nemesis, the Leaked Infestors, the finalists from the first season.
I'm thinking that it'll probably be a lane 1 T2 fight, or it could even be where everyone decides to stay T1 in the beginning. I'm not sure.
So going tier 2 from lane 1 with, do you have in mind the PvP from second position? So actually losing benefits you to... So we do have here, certainly the thing to watch out for is the second and third position Protoss and Terran. So they are looking to create that notorious PT stack. So it would be beneficial from the first Terran player to kind of lose so that the Protoss blink can go on, but right
wait,
after
look at
that,
this, Nedved. Look at
that's
this.
not what we're gonna see. So
I
what do we see,
know.
Monkey?
We are seeing zealots on both sides from our Protoss.
Yeah, Thunder, can you give us a few cents on this?
So do we see a T2 zealot or just a T1 zealot?
These are all T1 zealots.
Interesting. Usually when you see
7
zealots, you
zealots
see
versus
one of
7
them
zealots.
go T2, but
So we do have Reaper Marauder, double Reaper Marauder, and so it's a complete mirror also with the builds. So let's see how this pans out. This is something exclusive from their training. So let's see. Curious to see. So we can see Nova actually taking the lead here. And yeah, Jurzal should be... He does have one Marauder less. Let's see, he can actually take this. No. So he does decide...
We did see Jurzal just go T2, so I think we'll see some...
Oh yeah, okay, that was the reason. Actually, I was curious to see why he had the advantage and he obviously didn't build because he lost the battle. So he is going... Is he going tier 2?
I think I just saw it finish on the production, so I'm pretty sure he's T2. Unless he canceled.
I think that might have been Temilian. Wait, let me see. Oh no, not Temilian is still T1. They're both still T1 right now.
Okay, yeah, so you must...
I think they're... Yeah, so why didn't Jurzal build? Maybe a mistake that way? I feel like they had a chance to... Okay, so we see Nova actually adding stalkers here.
Well, he could also be playing mind games, right? Like, making him think that he might be going T2.
Yeah. So it looks like Triss is just starting T2 on the bottom team.
So let's see if now Jurzal can punch through. Yes, he can. And now Imsux, he's full back, so he won't take any damage from this little squad of Marauder Marine. Oh, the one bomb downs go on. Okay, that's nice. So now let's see the battle. Temilian is 1-1, and Imsux is actually 1-0, so this should go in the favor of Temilian. But yeah, here comes the Zealot Stalker. So we do see Nova here with the higher Stalker count, leading his Zealots to lose, but maybe he gets a stack here. Yeah, really interesting with the Zealot thing. Well, obviously the teams have trained and figured something out, and now we can see it unfolding in front of our eyes. And we do see some Marines from Jurzal here as well, while Triss is opting to stay with the Reaper Marauder. And it does bring him victory here. We do see a Liberator here from Imsux. And this is actually, I think, an amazing move, because what happens now is Yeah, he can. He forces the Terran to either make Marines to counter the Lib or go some Raven play. Yeah, there are several things you can do, but yeah, so far advantage to GrumpyKittens, who do manage to consolidate their lead here, leaking into the TVT, which is always bad news. And now the second Liberator is out, and there is no anti-air from Temilian, who is he Temilian? Does he have tier 2? Yeah, so he does have tier 2. He will probably make some ravens, and here he goes. The first raven is out, so he's gonna have tried to punish the libs with ravens. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, Nova's being forced to jump forward to get those liberators, but then the stalkers just get destroyed by those zealots coming in. This is probably going to be cannon right here.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be cannon. Yeah. So game 1, after a bit of mirror on the wall, we see the GrumpyKittens taking cannon in game 1 and placing themselves in position to be poised to take the game. We do see some matrixes going off on the libs, but Imsux wisely isn't going pure lib. He is making the ravens as well, and he's saving energy for the anti-armor missile, and Nova dodges it. But the second one, yeah, no way to dodge that one, as Blink is on cooldown. So yeah, the GrumpyKittens here, as we move into the mid game, they seem to have quite a firm grip, and Imsux is spending all of the Raven energy on anti-armor missiles, as he should, and he's executing beautifully. And here, yeah, like, look at the size of this leak, man. It's gonna be one tall mountain to climb for leagued investors to come back game 1.
Yeah, what we kind of saw in the last series with Grand Potatoes and League Investors with the double Terran Protoss matchups, it seems like whoever took bunker first was just kind of steamrolled from there. It's pretty tough to come back without a Zerg with these matchups anyway. That double Terran setup.
Yeah,
shuts down
the anti-armor missile punishing. Now the Disruptor is out, but, you know, Kachar opting for the Immortal tier 2 unit of choice, as that Immortal is so strong versus the Stalkers and versus the high Marauder content. We see relentless anti-armor missiles coming from Imsux. And now Jurzal's Siege, yeah, could be better, but there is no Marines here, or very few, so he doesn't pay the price. But yeah, the kiddies are just really on point with the anti-armor missiles, providing a huge advantage for them in battles, especially with the Marines and Bio in general on the field, utilizing the armor reduction fully. And yeah, we see here Imsux destroying with no problem the Terran force. Okay, nice dodge on the anti-armor missile, but it's multiple Raven missiles, and yeah, you gotta feel for the leaked investors. This seems like a really tough game.
Yep, now you've got Kachar able to save his disruptors for the next Terran wave, which just makes it so difficult
Yeah.
for the VT matchup.
The double Raven just showering down anti-armor missiles, and well, we do have We see Liberators stacking, but so few bio units here. I don't think Jurzal's Liberators can negate the advantage that Imsux has with a full wave, and yeah, we see everything going down. So yeah, now maybe Nova can do something with the disruptors. He does get decent shots off. Yeah, let's see actually now, but four angry immortals barreling down on the stalker's hopes and dreams to stack in this game, and yeah, maybe Nova should think of some other plan. Yeah, he's adding immortals now as well, up to two. But it's looking bleak. Vikings from Triss are adding that just a little bit extra damage you sometimes need to kill the libs. And with not much else in the air except for the libs, the Vikings do a lot of damage. So curiously, only one gas on the field. It's from Imsux, and he did take it like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, at the 6 minute mark. So no gases from everybody else taking it seriously and cautiously, and they know there's still a possibility for the investors to come back when the army is getting a bit bigger and the potential stacks more devastating. If Jurzal can stack like 10 libs, that could turn the tide of any battle. But yeah, kitties are so far utilizing all the necessary tools to prevent restack from the infestors. So we're just watching more of the same so far. Whatever
Yeah, it is
infestors
also
are.
difficult in this situation when it's a mirror match. So any unit that your opponent makes, you basically can make it right back at them, and prevent any kind of stacking.
Yeah, and in general, bio does a lot of damage, and it's not only about the lib stacking. So Jurzal can stack his libs, but if Triss's bio does a lot of damage to Temilian's bios, it doesn't. The libs themselves can't aren't enough to mitigate all the damage done to the wave. So we see that exact situation here. So the damage dealt to Temilian's army, both in damage and with the anti-armor missiles, just despite 5 liberators stacking now, it's just the bio numbers are not there, and Imsux just crushes through this. There's the libs and continues their advantage in this game.
And it's just especially tough versus a team like the Kittens because they know exactly what the investors are going to try to do to come back, so they're just totally ready for everything.
Yeah, it's 7 immortals here. Some get matrix, some get shut down by libs, but you just can't. I can't see Kachar losing this PvP if they fight, even if they do fight head on. So if investors are going to have any kind of comeback here, it's gonna have to be some heavy air comeback. And these 6 Vikings are just no. The kitties are pushing all the right buttons, and this game seems like all but over here. And we do see gases filling up on the field. 6 now in total. Of course, the bottom team have both the middle and Imsux gassed 5-6 minutes earlier than everybody else. So the economic advantage here is just huge. And we also see a Templar here from Kachar to do the necessary feedback on the Raven. And yeah, Jurzal here is in a solid position, tucked behind the base. with the two BCs in front, but maybe he needs a lot more libs than this. Even with a full lib stack, it's just 5 libs, you know?
Yeah, and even if you do stack libs, you're into a Triss Terran wave and then a Sucks Terran wave, so it's just going to be so hard to clear.
Yeah, and now the first stores are out from Imsux, so that's bad news for a team betting on Liberators to come back in this game, and we see the Marines ending those dreams together with Thor. Yeah, rough game for the leaked investors. We see the mirror just snowballing into quite a one-way street. Do you think, given the fact that we might see this game end, do you think the leaked investors are gonna try to carve out some advantage with matchups, Big Ben, or do you think we're just gonna see another mirror?
I think we're gonna see another combination of TPT. I don't think they're gonna do the exact same mirror match. It might end up being a mirror, but I do think leaked investors might try to change their positioning.
Yeah, yeah. So then you think we might see some tier 2 on Protoss from the leaked investors? Jurzal has been practicing his air.
Yeah, I actually don't have a clue what to expect out of these games. Um,
I do get a similar vibe when we watch regular GSL or something like that, and you have teammates playing versus each other who trained before, and then you can just
mhm.
see the games moving in some unfamiliar territory, and it seems like the only ones familiar with what's going on are the players playing, and then it's hard to cast something like that, but yeah, we're here to find out together with the viewers what
Yeah.
these teams have in store for us for the finals. Of course, we do want to see the meta shifting and new things being played. It's always exciting than just watching what we usually see in training.
I heard some rumors that we might see some weird slash interesting matchup today. Well, I think at this point we're kind of all aware that it's very unlikely we're gonna see Zerg, but I think GKT might want to change things up a little bit. I
They
don't want to reveal anything yet. Just kidding. I'm gonna make it mysterious for now, but I think the matchups could have some interesting changes.
Oh, so that sounds very exciting. Looking forward to that. I don't want to see mirrors all day. Just and especially not if the mirrors are gonna be the same units versus each other.
Yeah,
So I do
PT
hope
mirror
we do.
is
Yeah,
somewhat
I do
boring,
hope
I
we
would
see
say.
some variant there. Then we can. So yeah, okay. The turrets come down. The Nexus is taking a lot of damage, and it does go down. Game one ends. GrumpyKittens take the lead, and yeah, let the mind games begin for game two. So what we see triple Terran here? Okay, okay. Let's see this. So 5 Terrans on the field. Please nerf Terran. Yeah.
So you think we're going to see any BCs out of the kittens with Triple
Yeah.
Terran?
No, I don't think we're gonna see BCs, but I think we're gonna see some Banshee play or something. I don't think it's gonna be triple bio here. It's probably gonna be Kachar, the one with the. Well, yeah, hard to say. We don't see TTT in the pro games, so we're gonna see from the reigning champs themselves what they have in store for us with the triple Terran setup. Okay, guys, so we're loaded up game number 2, and we can see Jurzal going tier 2. So Jurzal going tier 2, and the bottom team, we see no tier 2 from any of them. No gas, no nothing. So it's just a handful of units, maybe to contest the middle. And we see a depth here from Nova and a sentry. Okay, he's gonna catch the Marine and
Have
the
a T2
investors.
finishing up for Jurzal, and a
Yeah,
T2
and
started for Kachar.
yeah, so Kachar is going to be meching versus Protoss, and yeah, it's hope Nova doesn't make any more adepts, and he doesn't. He makes stalkers, which he should. So curious to see what is going to be Kachar's unit of choice in a triple Terran setup here. Will he opt for the Libs or Ravens, or will it be some tier 3 or some other surprise? So yeah, he made nothing now. He's counting on the fact that they do have a lead here, and that seeing those adepts, he knows there's not going to be some huge blink on the cannon. So he's safe here to skip another wave and check out what Nova's making.
We see just pure libs out of Kachar from the next wave. Jurzal's got a lib stacking, but it's just going to reverse a bunch of other things. Not really going to do too much. Looks like the investors are going to take it.
That is a 3-minute 25-second cannon.
Temilian with the BM trophy.
Okay, at this point, I don't know what to expect at all. I just knew there are going to be some exciting matchup changes, but I have no clue what's the game plan. So I don't know. What you guys guess? What should we be expecting?
I have a feeling at some point someone's going to sell for BCs, but maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea.
You would think, right? Yeah, that'd be the very first guess.
Yeah, I mean, these triple Terran matchups, it seems generally hard to come back once you get behind, but you know the kittens aren't stupid, so I kind of want to see what the plan in here. Nova's just able to keep blinking back now off the speed.
We're all just sitting here with anticipation.
Yeah. Looks like Leaking Master so far has been controlling the situation quite well.
It's Temilian with a good anti-armor there. I think those little things are going to matter for sure in this matchup. Just to give them every little advantage they can get.
So Thunder, I think your volume is like, I mean, I don't, it sounds like you're a little farther away from the microphone now.
No, really.
Oh, there you go.
Is that better? Okay.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, so Kachar's got 4 libs stacked here.
Oh, guys, I was muted. I didn't realize I'm commenting here. I even asked you something and you didn't respond, and I just realized I was muted.
I was
So
about to ask if you were muted because you were quiet for a while there.
yeah. So yeah, we see the lead investors using the pure stalkers to blink back and.
So Jurzal got rid of his. Jurzal decided to
What?
get rid of his bio.
What? So
I
yeah,
think things are getting interesting here.
Yeah, the cannon ends up going down here, so maybe this is some
Wow.
kind of clutch move to end the game from the leaked investors. Yeah, the Ravens are gonna are gonna hit Kachar's air brutally. The Raven is the bane of the Lib Raven. So yeah, we do see Nova going for tier 3 here, so it's going to be the carrier. It's probably will be the carrier, seeing as Kachar is still no doors on the field, so it's pure Lib Raven. And now let's see Jurzal.
I think Jurzal is going to
Yeah, he wants. Yeah, he
let
doesn't
the Marauders
use
walk
anything.
under
He
and-
saves the energy on the Raven. The Marauders go front. The Stalkers will absorb them easy peasy. And we see here Jurzal actually doing. Yeah, liking this sell from Jurzal, man. So, and will he be able to anti-armor? Yes, he gets a massive anti-armor on Kachar. We do see a battle cruiser out. Let's see now how this battle pans out. Nova blinks on the side. The Liberators sieging and doing their best. The PC so spongy, and some Liberators are gonna stack here, man. So
Kachar
maybe a
has quite an
comeback.
army still alive here.
Yeah, and the Ravens are alive too, so maybe Temilian won't be able to clear this. 4 Liberators out of Kachar clearing the center lines, and yeah, we see the GrumpyKittens regaining the lead. But yeah, it's again letting Jurzal just lets the bio die on the Nexus, and maybe even another wave of Raven Marauder on the Nexus, or rather on the Stalkers. Interesting. I mean, the cell does look good on paper, but I think they just messed it up in the execution.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if
tough.
it was necessary to sell though when you're pushing over.
Yeah, that's actually something we never see, or almost never see. So will definitely be on the list of questions we'll ask the players after the match.
Yeah, because Sux was able just to keep his, Marauders, and then he can just add his own Ravens. So the Marauders take out the turrets, and then his Ravens clean everything up.
Yes.
So yeah, I think you're right, Monkey. If Jurzal just maybe added Raven instead of selling for him, might have been better.
Yeah, especially because his bio and libs were taking out.
Yeah, let's see this now. Now there is a lot of ravens here from Jurzal. It's 7 ravens, and Nova's wave is practically full. So
We might
let's
have
see if
to.
the
I might have
BC
to
is,
take back what I said about the.
yeah, the BC is down, and now the carriers just rule and take out all the liberators, and even some stalkers survive. So this is definitely advantage leaked investors. Now it's hard to see
The
Triss
armor there.
winning this
Okay, this
wave.
is
No,
a
it's
nice
good.
pack. I take back what I said.
Yeah, so exciting developments here in game number 2. We were just about to bury the leaked investors for their sell while they were in the lead, but here they are. They have a really elastic army here. This Kachar's air mech actually provided them with the basis to do this, and they're utilizing it quite nicely. Yeah, letting the bio go under.
So we do see Kachar is kind of in kill mode instead of stack mode. He's got +2 attack but no armor on his air. So we'll see if he starts to add armor to try to stay alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, so the +2 is of course for the stalkers.
Right.
The libs two shooting stalkers with +2. But yeah, he does need some armor for sure here, especially
Both teams
versus.
have very stacky units. As we watch this game go back and forth.
Yeah, very very interesting here. Yeah, this is a menacing force going down for the base. Let's see. Jurzal maybe could have waited a bit more for the bio to come into the Nexus range. Here I feel all of the Ravens are gonna go down. Yep. And this may be dangerous here, so this game is swinging so hard it's actually hard to keep up here. Okay, so they will live, I think. Yeah, they'll live here, but we see Kachar's lives just punishing the stalkers hard, and the first carrier goes down, the second one is Matrix being shot by 2 Vikings, goes down as well. We see Kachar's units timing out, which is always a sign you're doing something right in the game. And yeah, now Kachar's BC is just super tanky, manages to play this perfectly, all of the libs survive, and yeah, let's see Jurzal if the next wave of bio libs is barreling on the base. Yeah, I don't know about that turret deploy. This could be game here, guys. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if some ravens can live here, or is this next bio army gonna threaten?
It's tough because Temilian's forced to deal with the, Kachar air leak, but then Triss has just got pure bio coming after it, which you can't really deal with if you're focusing on the air.
Yeah, that's the rough part too. Is, with Jurzal's air cell, his previous wave when he gets leaked on is pure bio, which will, which is strong against any terrain. But
And now Kachar is adding Thors and a bunch of Marines to tank a couple of shots for the Thors. And yeah, he's just gonna Thor him to oblivion now with, we see 4 carriers on the field. Or rather getting ready to go on the field in 10 seconds. And we know how carrier and Thor battles end. Monkey is notorious for shooting down the Golden Armada with her green Thors.
Ask us how we know.
Yeah. Yeah, the front blink just evaporates in moments, and the carriers
there are
actually
carriers.
do want to survive here. The
Okay.
ones that were Matrix, but
Yeah, I
all of the
think.
stuff.
Oh, but now Triss has a Thor.
Yeah, and a bunch of Marines as well, and there's nothing here to protect the carrier, to buy time for the carriers to do their things. So we see here uh, nice micro from Jurzal, but what? Oh, just as I said it, he fires like 8 or 10 missiles and doesn't fire the turrets. So yeah, now he's adding libs. Okay, this could be maybe interesting. So, yeah, 3 carriers do survive here, but the Liberator is doing so much damage. I don't think it matters here. And Triss's army is Bio Thor with Raven to fire the anti-armor missiles, go down on both sides, and yeah, the Marines and the Thors just gonna kill the stacked air.
And we see Kachar just added a bunch of bio, so Nova's army just spends its entire time shooting, Marines until Triss's
Yeah.
wave shows up.
Yeah, he would ideally need some anti-air, and he does have a Templar, but it doesn't even have Storm, or does it? It does maybe. Yeah, it does have Storm, but it's kind of late now.
Yeah, that's just the big weakness of Protoss late. They don't have any air units that kind of go forward and shoot air. Everything stops and either gets killed by Marines or.
Yeah. That's why you need anti-air to kill the bio fast, so the carriers can actually DPS down the air. But here we see Kachar's unit just killing 30 Marines, 7, 8 libs firing 5, 6 times each. It's just hard to see here Temilian claiming the middle. And yeah, actually, let's
What is
see
this
if the
though?
carriers will stack. Yeah, the ground here. But Temilian, oh, the libs, yeah. So he didn't use the turrets. The libs went front. Oh, this is just impossible to call at this point. So we may see some heavy stack here. No, why did Jurzal use the turrets here? On nothing. He should have saved it for this wave here. Oh, Jurzal, no. I mean, he's still stacked, but it would have been so strong if he used the turrets there. Now he couldn't have the second volley to fight Kachar. But let's see. This is gonna be close regardless. There's a lot of Ravens here tanking for the carriers, and they are +3 carriers. So maybe the carriers just kill everything here, and yeah, let's see how this battle now goes. Now this should be much more favorable for Temilian here, with no Kachar's Liberators killing half of his army, and yes, we do see here Temilian taking a decisive kill versus Triss's.
Bio is the best.
Yeah, pure bio wins versus bio Thor because of
Yeah, Temilian did well
has more
with the bio there.
it has more DPS but less utility and survivability. So you do want the Thor for shooting down anti-air, but pure bio in terms of numbers will just give you the bigger output. Again, as Monkey knows, her green units behave in that way.
I am quite impressed with Leak Investor's strategy here. I did not think it was going to work, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I mean, not saying that this game is even close to being over, but I couldn't see a potential in even pushing back at all. So
Yeah, actually, I don't. If I'm honest here, I don't see a return lane here for the kitties if the investors play well, because
well, the thing is, they are rich. Right? It's 19 minutes.
yeah, but I think they're gonna have to sell something if they're gonna pull a comeback here. But yeah, let's see. So Jurzal is now full Lib Raven versus. Yeah, he's gonna take this easily with the Mass Raven, and Matrix is going down. Let's see if some anti-armor come down from Jurzal. He really should, and he does shoot Kachar's army with an anti-armor missile. The second one goes down. That's nice play. And now there should be no problem for Nova to just overrun Kachar's position. And yeah, honestly, the door is closing fast. It's 20 minutes here, and the carrier is just behind that Lib Raven wall. The carriers are just DPSing down everything here. We'll even see a siege on the base here with 6 carriers. Yeah, guys. Game on, guys. Game on.
I think the cats get a little bit ballsy. But
Yep. With
They're
the
out there
triple
having
Terran
fun, but
here
I
not
think this
paying
is the
off,
game here.
and we see game. The game is over, man.
GG.
One apiece. Okay, so actually I got it wrong. So it was the kitties who decided to change their races. But I think they're going back to TPT now for sure.
They are going to try this TTT again. Very interesting.
Yeah, so we do have a repeat of the previous game. It's just, is the Terran on a different position now? I
The
think so.
Protoss is in the 3rd position now,
Yeah,
compared to
not
the
the Terran,
2nd.
the Protoss, I meant that. So the Protoss is on 3rd position now. No, it's the same, I think. Was it Kachar versus Nova?
It was Kachar versus Nova, but they were in the first lane.
But on first
They were in the
position.
1st position at
Yeah,
the last time.
yeah. Okay, let's see if the change of Protoss position changes the outcome of the game. But it was such a back and forth game. I think there's no way to predict what's gonna happen. So we do see an instant tier 2 from Jurzal here.
And Kachar.
And Kachar.
Yep. So Kachar will be doing the tier 2 versus Nova's Protoss. We'll see how many or if any adepts Nova decides to make this time, and
We also have
it's-
Triss going T2, or at least starting T2.
yeah, maybe it's off. Kachar just canceled tier 2 and restarted it immediately. So some soft tier 2 action going on. They're just watching the game and responding to what's happening. We see Temilian taking the battle and taking the middle here, with Imsux following, but there's just one lone marauder from Jurzal, and his tier 2. Yeah, so Jurzal has tier 2 finished here. So what's Imsux going to respond like now when he sees nothing out of Jurzal, expecting maybe tier 2? I think that's gonna be an interesting vocal
Okay, so
point of
Kachar
this
committed
match.
to Marines.
Yeah, he actually ended up canceling tier 2. Yep.
And Nova did get his armor, so he will win this. Okay, and Triss with 2 libs.
Looks like they're going to try to stack off the Protoss leak here
Yeah.
instead of going mech.
I was thinking that's gonna be their plan game 1 because it's,
Okay, but Jurzal is also coming with 1 lib.
yeah, but less bio. But the lib, there's nothing to shoot the lib except the lib, so we're gonna see a slow death here. Although Triss's lib is damaged more, so Jurzal is going to win this. Yeah, he's going to try to help here, and yeah, the siege is good. The lib is going to help. We see a scan coming down to negate the 2 hallucinations, but they're gonna wear down. The lib is just providing too much cover, and yeah, again, the investors take the lead.
The sentries did get pulled over to the side a little there to allow Kachar to do
Yeah.
some damage on the.
I was looking at that. Too. I was a little worried for that. For the added, they got pulled out of the sentry. So that's an interesting play.
Yeah, and we also see now Temilian answering the libs with Raven, even selling the Reapers.
Oh, this might be the
So-
cannon though.
Yeah, this would be the cannon now, and three liberators are still alive here. And we see Nova here with Mass Adept is going to get eaten alive by these 3 Liberators, and this is bad news for the investors. Yes, very nicely played by Triss. 7 kills on those 2 Libs who are now going to die as they are low. The Marauders are not going to fare well here, and we see Temilian in problems here because it's Bio on Raven. The Marauders clearing the turrets, the Marines killing the Raven easy peasy, and yeah, they're gonna have to think of something else. This isn't working so far.
So it appears that Kachar and Triss exchanged the roles in their gameplay from comparing to last game.
Yes. Yes, and it did allow them. Last game, Kachar was Kachar's
T2
air
Terran.
was getting blinked on and stacked on, and it just wasn't working. So this is. It's better for them, for Triss to have gone air here, because when they were losing kitties, they were having a Protoss leaking into the Terran air, and the Terran air from Triss, and then Triss was able to stack the libs on the Protoss player from the Leaked Investors team, and that's the difference in setups from game number 2. And I think this is actually the correct way to play the triple Terran versus TTP. And of course, the kiddies do get to choose which player plays which position. So with Big Ban, you don't have to choose the players who play, only the races. So with having 3 Terrans, they can freely choose after the Big Ban is over which player will be the one going against the Protoss, and they have decided that Kachar will be the one, opting for Bio this game and seeing it very effective so far. Guys think maybe Nova needs some spells, some AoE?
Yeah, I think he's going for it. We see he just started T2, so we'll see something coming out.
Yeah, maybe they pull some sell-off again, but yeah, actually Jurzal's wave is the one that could perhaps in theory stack here with Mass Raven on Triss's air. So air mech versus air mech battles tend to last a long time with the turrets on turrets. So perhaps maybe there the leaked investors could be fishing some stack. But for now, Jurzal is full front, trying to catch Temilian.
And back to that player positioning thing. With the GKDs, like you can pretty much all of them can play any style. Like they all can go mech, they all can go bio. Some teams, you know who's gonna play air mech, Nedved. But
Yeah.
with these guys, it's just hard to guess who's gonna go what.
Some teams and some Terran, they don't ever go T1 Terran.
Yeah, and some players don't ever go tier 2.
Yep.
It's actually, so this will maybe be a shocking statistic. I actually go bio like almost 30% of my games, but so notorious for the mech, I guess it's yeah, but we see tier 2 Terran here on the grand stage and the grand finals, I'd say. Seeing air units from both teams being utilized. And yeah, it's cool that the Terran does have 2 avenues to play. I'd like ground mech to be more viable, and I think the siege tank cost there is maybe a good start to make the unit a bit more, because now almost always, even if you open bio, you're ending up with Liberators and some Ravens and then Thors. would be kind of cool to have some other direction you can take your game in the mid game as they're on. Okay, so we do now see Jurzal doing that stack I was mentioning. He could do on Triss's Air, and we do see 4 Ravens here stacking, even though they're matrixed and anti-armored. And yeah. Yeah, but the storms have been used here, so no storms. Even the destructor gets taken down. Some feedbacks go on off on Kachar, but that's just about. Temilian has a full wave to contend here and eats an anti-armor missile. The BC goes down, and so does everything else now. He can even use turrets here if he needs to kill this. And they do go down. Yeah, doesn't seem like with the Thors coming on the field from Triss, it would seem that GrumpyKittens are aware that this battle right here, Jurzal versus Triss, is the battle where it's maybe the last hope of the investors in this game to come back. So he is adding the Thor to prevent those kind of scenarios and to gun down the Jurzal Ravens as fast as he can. Okay, so we've got a lot of Ravens here. I see 3 colors of Ravens here in this mix. Yeah, there's a lot of damage on the Nexus, and I think we are going to see the game end now, guys. And it's 2-1 GrumpyKittens in the grand final. Okay, so making it work, making the triple Terran work to the excitement of the cast.
Yeah, pretty quick game. It's once that triple Terran gets rolling, it's pretty deadly.
Okay, grand finals, game 4 loaded up. We see instant tier 2 from Nova. Nova playing TVT from the second position, so very curious. But of course, Nova does not want to exploit the fact that if they do end up behind, he can use the Protoss leak to stack air, and that's obviously going to be their plan for game 4. Nova is the only player on the field currently going tier 2. Of course, he doesn't know that. If he did, he would make a Banshee and Cloak. And his opponent, Imsux, is opting for the standard anti-bio Reaper Marauder. So yeah, this could actually end up being good for leaked investors. Let's see which units he's going to decide to build. We're gonna see some Zergling on bio action. Zerglings are going to take this no problem, even with no upgrades. At this stage there is, he just bought speed, so even at this stage there is no, even if he didn't buy speed there is just no way the bio can win the battle versus Lings, who will do some superficial damage to the cannon.
So it looks like Triss might have been expecting Ravager there with that single Reaper and the Marine, but looks like he's adjusting into the corner to fight the Zerglings a little bit better.
Yeah, the scan does go down, although it may up not being enough, and no, it will not be enough. So Kachar does stack 3 Stalkers with these C3 Liberators coming down from Nova. Of course, that's just the opening, and they will stack as there is no air. Oh, there's not. No, he messed up. He needed to siege there right away, and now 1 lib is. Actually, it will end up sieging, and the 2 libs will do massive damage here. They have a lot of health on.
That is good for the Ling Bane play to get the following wave kind of split up, because it relies so heavily on the formation, and if they can keep Triss's wave from sticking in the formation he has, I think that'll benefit Temilian really well.
Yeah. We see a scan going down again, and Kachar delaying the hallucinations, making them now, and actually taking the battle very decisively there with 1 armor on his units. But now we see the leaked investors plan unraveling before our eyes, the liberators anchoring on the Protoss stalkers, and maybe the cannon will go down now. I think it won't. It will live, but it's down to 124 HP. But the libs and 1 raven from Nova do stack. The turret does go down, dividing some of the Ling Bane. Very nice play. And we see the lib sieging. The Marauder wall here staying strong versus the divided Zerg forces, and the Liberator alone won't be able to clear this. So now, we see Jurzal stim the part of his forces on the leak, which is not optimal. And will he see maybe a better battle this wave? The answer is maybe. Okay, so we see Ravens from Imsux now, which is the correct choice, because he cannot be leaking Liberators every wave with 0/0 anti-air, and he's playing this beautifully. Maybe he can even threaten the cannon here. No, it's the mutas are out, so he's going to have to deploy some turrets here. And actually, yes, he does make a turret at the last moment. Yeah, so far so bad for the leaked investors here, even with the Zerg player on their team, which is OP. As we all know, they are not able to. We see even triple sentry here from Kachar and no scan this time, so I think they're throwing all of their cards on Nova being able to stack on Kachar's forces, and Kachar, of course, not the easiest of opponents to stack against. He knows exactly what's the best thing to do in this position, even though the Protoss options are limited, and maybe the cannon does go down now. No, it won't, so the Liberators do clear the ground again in time, and the PZ stack here on display. Temilian's Ravens. Okay, the lib siege is not the greatest. They go down. Some of the Bane's still alive, and no, it will not be enough. Triss standing strong and leaking again into Jurzal, who stims his entire army to clear the leak, and will not be able to contest Kachar now. The triple hallucination just, and we see the shade upon the units. Yeah, maybe the cannon is going down, guys, this time. It's under pressure the last few minutes. No turrets. No turrets. And still no turrets. Okay, now the turrets go down. Let's see if Nova can stack this air now. It looks like the answer is not really.
So we see the top team, they all took gas, kind of getting ready for that mid-game push with the TZ stack.
Yeah, so they took the gas because their plan is oriented around I'd say 9th to 16th minute, something like that, is the window where it's optimal for the air mech to just stack on the Protoss. And we see Kachar here still sticking to tier 1 units. Nova here doesn't use the turrets wisely, and the lib siege on the adepts who cannot shoot up. Now, yeah.
Nova just finished T3, so we'll see some range probably next wave.
Yes, of course. And yeah, honestly, I'd like to see some maybe some Templars and the Phoenix from Kachar, and exactly, yeah. Now he makes 2 high Templar, so he's going to have that ready for the next wave. But Also, Liberator range will be done, so maybe... Yeah, so we're preparing for the key part of this game to see if investors can... I mean, this was their plan from the beginning. They were going to try to stack mid-game with no opting for the tier 2 versus Protoss, which guarantees you will not be able to take the early game. And we see the range finishing here. The Storm does go down on the Ravens, but the Liberators will end up killing everything except one High Templar, which is preparing to storm the Zerg, and yes it does, but the Liberators do stack.
Those Lings and Banes really cleaning up those turrets from Imsux really well.
Yeah, we see, but now we see the 6 Liberators from Nova shelling down on the Marines, and the Marine numbers are going down. This may actually end up being close with Nova's 3 Liberators stacking. Yeah. And now let's see the battle with the Protoss. So now it's 5 Liberators here, and 3 of those are tier 3 Libs. The Storms are heavy on the bio, but there's still a lot of Ravens alive, and Kachar for now up.
One of Nova's Libs with only 4 HP left.
Is not backing the Ravens, so they're gonna deploy turrets again. And is this a mistake, or is Kachar was trying to save those Templars maybe to hit the next wave? Yeah. Yeah, well, Nova is going to have to get some more Ravens because eventually he will have to face Imsux, who is now up to 8 Ravens. And Nova is so heavy on the libs, so I think he'll have to provide some more meat and more Ravens in order to win. But here they do manage to take the center, and Again, Nova is able to stack the libs. The Storms now not devastating as last wave, and yeah, let's see this pan out. Let's see the sieges. It's all gonna come down to micro here, guys. This is an intensive micro battle. Let's see the lib sieges and the Raven dance, and the Ravens are low on energy. It looks like the Terran forces will be able to win in the end, but now let's see if Nova's high Liberator count ends up hurting him in this battle. As Imsux, as I mentioned, has 8 Ravens, and the next third wave should be... yeah, and even the anti-armor goes down, but as I said, the Terran versus Terran, air versus air battles tend to be slow, and we see here Zerg catching the Liberators again here from Nova, and Leaked Investors, man, making a comeback game 4, so we buried them game 2 and they proved us wrong, and now we buried them game 4 and they've proved us wrong, and we see the mighty Ravagers piling down Kachar's army, piling down the Templar, and in comes Jurzal with his bio lib army, threatening to take on the cannon.
Yeah, all you've got to do with that Zerg following you is keep your libs alive just long enough for those mutas and Banelings to show up.
Oh, the Gandalf moment when you see the mutas coming to save you, man.
That's right.
It's so close and a little tense. I almost want to micro those libs now. It's so exciting.
I think now is time for Temilian to go T3. But I don't know. Let's see.
You're thinking those Vipers or Ultras?
Yeah, Vipers and Ultras. Now's the best time.
Yeah, we see the cannon going down, and but there's so many libs from Nova doing the job, man. Well done. So they really I'd say executed their plan to perfection here. Nova just being able to to do the stack on the Protoss League. And yeah, I play it often, and I know it can be very powerful, and it's hard for Protoss in general to it's quite an intense matchup versus Terran Air, even when it's a full battle, and let alone when it's the remainder of your forces being abused by the Lib Raven and stacking, and that's what we just saw this happen this game. And here we are, the game pendulum swinging completely on the other side. And now Jurzal, oh, clutch feedbacks on Jurzal's Ravens, so no turrets from him, no anti-armor, but yes Marines and yes Thors, and Imsux's army is so heavy on the Vikings, which were originally made to prevent the stacks from leaked investors, but were unable to do so. And the advantage to investors.
The good thing about Temilian starting off with Lings and Banes is it can deal with some early Thors a little bit better than just going pure Ravager. So he's kind of able to time his T3 a little bit later for like when Nova gets Thors out, so we can pull back with Vipers and not have to rely so heavily on Ultras to deal with the Thors from Triss.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you have pure Ravager, then you have to first bile down all of the bio before you can reach the Thors, and the Vipers won't go further. And yeah, with the famous Choo-Choo Lingbane train, you just create a burst similarly to when Protoss fires his disruptors, and just when the Zealots smart charge in and the disruptor balls goes in, and then you just hurt the Terran that way, and then you reach the core of the army, the Lib and Raven Air. We see the Thor numbers rising from the top team as well. So they're trying to close the door shut here on the GrumpyKittens game 4 and put us all on equal footing and make this actually crazy exciting finals. So we are not going to see a repeat of the winner brackets finals where GrumpyKittens took a sweeping 4-0 lead. We see exciting games and great gameplay here, and of course it would be nice to see as many games as we can. So it's looking more and more like a leaked investors victory here. I'm not really sure what else GrumpyKittens can throw at them to restack here with the Jurzal up to 5 Thors and Nova up to 3, preventing the Terran from really making any kind of significant stack here.
Yeah, and at this point, it's a nice position to be in as Zerg, because you kind of just are in deny mode. You want to get Ultras out for the Thor and just a bunch of air for the Libs, and you kind of just let them go to work.
Yeah, Temilian looks really very relaxed out there on the field. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He's executing it perfectly, and yeah, Nova did the clutch play to stack, but Temilian really showing some clutch plays under pressure. Some players question Temilian's ability to perform under pressure in these situations and to repeat some good plays from training, but here we see Temilian delivering in full, and the situation and the pressure couldn't be larger with the grand finals here. And nice to see the Zerg represented so nicely here in the grand finals.
Absolutely.
Yes, this Zerg play executed by Temilian is pretty on the point. Phenomenal.
Okay, we may see game here, guys. The Ultras are on the base, the bios go down, and GG to a piece in these grand finals. And yeah, we're getting ready here. The timer is counting down for game number 5, and Man, it's getting to crunch time. If leaked investors do manage to take the series, we will see one best of 3 to determine who will win the ultimate trophy and take first place in this tournament. And it would be really interesting to see. But yeah, there's still a lot of a lot of games to be played in between, and it's nothing splitting the teams at the moment, so it's anybody's series now.
Okay, so far all T1. No one is on their way to T2 yet.
Yeah, so basically what we saw game 1 was the Protosses sticking to pure Zealot, and both Terrans sticking to Reaper Marauder. And after a back and forth battle, we saw GrumpyKittens take the cannon and the game, and the game was really boring and one-sided for like 7-8 minutes after GrumpyKittens took the cannon, because it was just no stalkers, no Terran mech, nothing to come back. So it was just smaller bio armies fighting bigger bio armies, and smaller Protoss armies fighting bigger Protoss armies, and with similar mixes of units. So it wasn't.
Temilian here has one less Reaper than Triss. So far is not going T2 or anything.
Same as game 1, we see 0 gas.
And we still have 6 T1 players here.
Yeah, T1, and then we saw Imsux taking the gas at when the cannon fell last game. And
Okay, both players have... Oh, so Nova has 1 armor, 1 attack, and Kachar just has 1 attack.
yeah, but he has more Zealots, I think, and also there was a leak, so Kachar does end up taking this. And now Zealots are very tanky and will do some damage to the Reaper Marauder here, which of course is bad news, because that's exactly what Triss has, and he has more, or rather his aren't injured, and yeah, he does take quite a convincing win here with 3 Marauders leaking, but it will not do anything except damage the shields on the cannon a bit. So let's see the mirror again, +1 from Jurzal, 0-0 from Imsux, and let's see if Jurzal can take this with the upgrade advantage. The answer is no. Imsux did get +1 when the battle started as well, so Jurzal maybe had an upgrade advantage for a shot or two, but that's just about it. And Kachar started adding stalkers here to the mix, while Nova is opting for sticking to pure Zealot for now and going for tier 2. Nova is, so the cannon is in danger here, and it does go down, and this is what we saw game 1 exactly. Now let's see just how long will the GrumpyKittens be consolidating their lead before they take gas here. Imsux took gas last game at, like I said, it was 4 or 5 minutes. We do see the disruptor here from Nova. Let's see if the Zealots are gonna eat a massive disruptor shot. The answer is yes, and now I think Nova maybe has enough here. Let's see this, man. I think no, it's actually it's really
Nova does have enough.
Oh, the disruptor does go down. Nova does win. And it's gonna be close here. It's gonna be close, but Triss does have the income advantage, and he has more Marauders, I believe. And Therefore, he takes the battle and maintains the lead. Yeah, you have to take into account this is after cannon, so that's the mirrors get really hard after cannon because the cannon money and the income middle money just, even if you do get a clean wave, you're down a couple of units, or at least. See Temilian going tier 2 now, and no gas from anybody yet.
I think Sucks got a little bit cautious this round because last game he actually took 2 gases. I'm not sure if that has something to do with, letting the opposite side able to push over. But
It's just the mirror, I think. What do you mean last game? Game number 1 or
game number 4? Game number 4.
Well,
Sucks
it's a
took 2
different
gases.
matchup. Yeah, in mirrors they mirrors usually do 10 going with less gas because it's every unit counts, especially if you're making the same thing, which they are here, so they can't really afford to gas in these kind of games.
Right.
And
right now
we see Nova taking the 5-ish minute gas here first now, and no gas from GrumpyKittens. Yeah.
Okay. So they're aiming for late game. Come back.
Yeah, I guess Temilian is going to try, so they're going to try the same recipe from game number 2, but so trying to stack on the remainder of the Protoss army. You see Temilian's 3 Liberators signaling that intent. Maybe Temilian should have done what Nova did last game and just go pure tier 2 from this position. And
So what do you guys think about the all T1 opener?
well, it comes down to the Zealot, because
Yeah.
it's all T1, okay, but with no Zealot, there's just the blink dynamic isn't there, so
I mean, I may not be up to the current PvP meta, but in the past anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that's being done in in-house games lately. And I mean, Zealots, we see Zealots featuring heavily in the matches, and sometimes players do go for it, but opening pure Zealot is something you see, something you don't see very often.
Yeah, because a lot of times you'll go Zealot, and then you'll add a disruptor, like someone will go T2, and you can kind of stick one of the Zealots up a little further to get the other opponent's Zealots to clump up on it, and then you can get pretty good kills with disruptors. But they opted to just go with pure Zealot, which I don't know.
Here we see the base taking a little flak, and actually a lot of flak, and it's going to go down to like 400 HP. And yeah, Nova firing those Novas immediately. No pun intended there. And maybe it's game here. Yeah, the carrier is here, but the Nexus is down, and the game is over. It's 3-2 GrumpyKittens, so the reigning champs are up to match point here.
Yeah, we are having a little ice storm here, and there's been some power outages, I know, in our area, so luckily I've been spared so far, but just in case I get disconnected, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I saw the news, crazy weather in the United States. Okay, so we're loaded up and in game number 6 in these grand finals, and tier 2 buttons all over the place. So we see Jurzal starting, then canceling tier 2. Temilian is going tier 2, and Triss is going tier 2 from second position. So it would seem like Triss will be opting to play mech versus, or some biomech combo versus the Zerg.
And it does look like Temilian is opting for Ravagers.
Yes, and we also see Jurzal going tier 2, restarting it again, so he's not sure what he wants to do here. Yeah, it's hard for them. They don't know which of the 3 Terrans is going to go tier 2, and seeing 6 Marines here doesn't tell them anything. We'll see the Marines meet the 4 Roaches in the middle.
Did we see Triss finish tier 2, or did he cancel? I didn't see.
He finished. He
Okay.
finished his C2.
So you think we'll see some early libs or maybe some Banshee?
Probably,
Well,
I'm thinking probably early lip, since he saw the roaches.
Well, curious, Triss did buy both combat shields and Stimpack for the 6 Marines, so he's adding more bio even though he does have tier 2 finished. So
He might be
that's
encouraging him to make more Ravager. That way, when he goes T, it'll be more difficult.
So Kachar ready for the libs there with Heavy Marine.
Because the thing is, if you overmake Ravager, and your opponent goes air, then you're kind of in a bad situation.
Yeah, you need those mutas.
Triss still
So we
hiding
see-
that tier 2.
Yeah, the bile's not the best here. And we will see the Marines take down the Ravagers, continuing the income advantage for GrumpyKittens. And yeah, now let's see this mirror, but Nova's formation got a bit. And I'm not sure if Nova fired the Reaper bombs there. I think only one went off, and Imsux fired all of his. Okay, so some damage here on Jurzal's wave. He sieges the lip. And we see the Reaper Marauder engaging the Stimmarines from Kachar here. And yeah, Kachar taking it quite convincingly. The lib kind of awkwardly sieging and sieging there. And yeah, will 7 Ravagers be able to win here? Some Hellbats now join the fray, and a Liberator from Triss that did have that tier 2 finished. And yeah, he does take it now. And now you see the Liberator has free reign here. He can siege it on time, and he does siege it on time. And now he will do massive damage to these Reaper Marauders, sieging back, killing more of them, utilizing the Reaper bombs, pushing the Marauders in the liberation zones, and a heavy victory from the GrumpyKittens, going for the cannon, which is at full health. But there are 8 Marauders barreling down on it, and they'll shave off the shields and bring it to like 2/3 of health. Jurzal quite clumped up there. Is yeah, honestly, guys, I feel with the cannon health being as it is, the next PvT that's coming after Temilian and Triss are done fighting here is going to be very. We see the bio's not the best, not connecting with the bio, so the bio does win here, which means another leak for Nova, which means the cannon could be in danger now from the incoming Imsux wave. And we see again Triss's Liberator doing massive damage to the Reaper Marauder of Nova. And honestly, guys, the cannon is not looking to be much long for this game, and it does go down. Yeah, so rough here in game number 6 for leaked investors, losing the cannon, being on the back foot, and facing 3 Terrans, which are quite unforgiving after they take the lead, as there is no Zerg or Protoss for the Terran Air to stack on in a triple Terran opponent situation.
So we do
And
pass each out of everyone on the top team, and as expected, Jurzal just started T3 that lib range. So
yeah, we see just Liberator is ruling the air with all the Reaper Marauder on the field. Kitty's Liberator control was on point, and the leaks they created have been quite devastating here with a single Liberator just tilting the TVT out of Leaked Investors' control, and here we are with the base receiving first shots. I think we're gonna see some kind of... Yeah, they actually wouldn't profit for that. I don't know, it's, coming back versus Triple Terran. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough because obviously Temilian's got to go for the Muta cover for Jurzal's libs, but it's going to be covering into Mass Marine from Kachar. So I don't know. They don't obviously aren't going to stay alive very long.
Yeah, but the question is, will Jurzal be able to stack on the Terran, because the either Mass Raven or Thors are coming to ruin your day trying to do that, and we see now an air-on-air battle, and we will see some libs stacking. The number is 1, and yeah, it's not gonna be enough here for sure. And there is a lib also from Kachar. So yeah, that is their plan, obviously, but we'll have to keep an eye on Imsux. So he's adding more Ravens now. He's up to 5, so that will be his unit of choice to prevent the air mech stacking, and that is a great unit for that job. With the Liberators not being able to shoot the turrets just gun them down really quick.
Yeah, now unfortunately Jurzal has to face a lot of air from Imsux, which
Yes, and a lot of Ravens, which is the bigger problem here. He has nothing to latch onto, and the Liberators don't do much damage to Liberators, at least not in these low numbers, but the Ravens do a lot of damage to Liberators with the turrets, so that's bad news for Jurzal. And yeah, we see Imsux just continuing with the Ravens up to 6 now. Just spawned, and he's looking to put a wrench in the plans of Leaked Investors to make a comeback here from Game 4. Yeah, the matrices, the turrets, the anti-armor from the Ravens doing the job. Everything goes down except the battlecruiser, which will go down as well because it has been matrixed and it cannot teleport out. They will stack it, but yeah, what is 1 BC gonna do? Certainly not turn the tide of this battle. Yeah, we see the Marines shelling down. Is this the end of the tournament, guys? It very well may be, and yes, it is. So we have the GrumpyKittens completing the hat trick and being the triple GDSL champions, winning Season 3.